Today I'm going to be showing you guys my everyday makeup routine as a person who struggles with acne. I started having acne, I believe, at the age of 12. My major skin issues is actually hyperpigmentation. There's not a lot of active acne at the moment. It's more of like hyperpigmentation, pore size, things like that. On a good day, I can get this done in like 10 or 15 minutes, especially if I wake up late or if I have somewhere to go. So I'm just gonna walk you through the steps. It's very easy and everything is going to be linked in the description below. Oh, I forgot to add, I have my hair clips in again. It was a wash day. I only put one layer of mascara because I don't like to have lashes that are thick. I'm just really clumsy when I put mascara on. It gets all over my eyelid. I will be cleaning it up later. Just trust the process. Okay, so this is an important part for me. I have so many smile lines underneath my eyes. Whenever I put on concealer, it always creases a lot. So what I found works for me is I use a pot concealer. The one I'm using is by Nars, and I use the color Café con Leche. And I go in with a tiny little concealer brush like that. And this is how I place it. You see how I have this in like where your eye bags are, like there's like this outline of your eye socket. That's where I put it. I don't go all the way up here. I try to completely avoid the smile line area just because no matter what I do, it will crease. I will use my fingers just to make sure I blend it out a little bit, but it's not that much. What I do is I actually dip it in here and then I swirl it around the lid. If you have, you know, crow's feet, or if you have smile lines or just overall under eye wrinkles, consider using this instead to buff it out. Next up, for the areas that I have more hyperpigmentation acne marks, I do use the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I put a little bit on the back of my hand like that. And I'm gonna put it on the areas that are darker. So as you can see, I have this dot right here. I will go ahead and gently tap it in. I don't blend it yet. I'm just going ahead and tapping it in all the spots. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I bought this because it was trending and like everyone was like, oh my gosh, it's so good. I think it's okay. I think this is really good if you have clear skin already and you just want something to even out like your skin tone or whatever. As for coverage, this doesn't do that great of a job on me, so I actually just started using less because I was like, why am I packing this on? But I do like the glow it gives me, and I do like the minimal coverage that it provides. So I literally put like the tiniest dot like amount on my hand, and because at this point I'm doing it for the glow because it's definitely not doing much coverage wise. And I use the Maybelline eraser one, and this is a concealer as well. And here's what I do. I smile and I put it under like my bags because I still want like the brightening effect, you know. I put a little on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on my chin. I still want the brightening effect that concealer gives. I just cannot have it under my eyes. I get like a nice big fluffy brush and I just buff it out. As I'm buffing it out, I want to tell you guys what happened this week. So this week, I was trying to film a video about like where I wake up at 5 a.m. for a week and just be productive all week long. So here's what I learned from that. When I have things to do and I want to be productive, I can be productive. When I force myself to be overly productive every single day of the week, I end up getting burnt out. And as a result, I was unable to finish the video. I was unable to complete my to-do list, and I was unable to feel rested because I was so exhausted from waking up at that time every single day and then having like very long days after that. Even though I like to wake up early in the morning, I don't like to wake up early and be immediately productive. I was doing everything. I was doing like the full gym routine. I was going to the grocery shopping, going to the store, and it just wasn't for me to be that. I like to have calm mornings. And what I learned from that challenge was that I was like, you know what? I need to respect myself in that regard and be like, this is for me. I don't need to force it. I just got to go with the flow and see what works best for me. I almost forgot to tell you guys my next step. LA Girl Pro Concealer, but I use like a darker shade. I outline my chin and then down the bridge of my nose right here. I'm gonna use just another buffing brush and I quickly just buff that out. My nose as well. Next up, I'm just gonna use a regular blush. I'm currently trying out this one, the Sweet Cheeks by NYX. It's like a cream blush. I may have a little bit of blush blindness, I don't know. But anyway, I use the same brush that I used to buff out my bronzer to buff out my blush. Okay, so it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Finally taking off the mascara off my top lid. This is how I do it. I go with a little bit of CeraVe and a Q-tip. And I just do this so I don't have to do so much rubbing on my eyelid. And I just gently wipe away all the mascara that got on my lid. It cleans it up really nicely. This works well if you are also using like a waterproof mascara, which this one's not waterproof, but if you are using waterproof mascara, this will help a lot. It will take off the mascara. So I'm about to do my powder now. For now, I'm gonna use a beauty blender and just go in and make sure everything is blended before I set it. The powder I'm using is the Fenty Invisimatte. I actually really do like this one. Place that under my eyes, on my forehead as well, and then just everywhere else. Just kind of use that same powder and distribute it evenly everywhere. I go in now with the Hoola bronzer. I've tried other bronzers. I keep coming back to this one. I love it. I go ahead, put it on my jaw, underneath my chin. I go down the bridge of my nose as well, down the sides, the same areas that I added the bronzer at the beginning. And then I go in with some highlighter. The tip of my nose right here. I like to give it a nice blend so it's softer. And then the corners of my eyes. I just use like the Milani Baked Blush. And I put my highlighter on first, and then I blend it like on my nose that way, so it's less harsh. I do not put highlighter on my cheeks because the baked blush that I use has some sparkles in it, and for me, I just feel like that's enough. Like, I go ahead, I even blend it on my eyelids. And the gel I use is just the clear e.l.f. gel. It does a really good job. The hold is pretty good. I haven't found one better since. I actually don't really experiment that much when it comes to eyebrow gel. I've just been using this one ever since I think I was like in high school. Favorite lip liner is the color Brownie by Rimmel. And then I just use any red, get a very little amount. And that is my lip combo. Now going on to my eyes. This is how I do my eyeliner. I like to use the bottom of my eye as a guide, and I just go ahead and draw a quick line. I then draw a nice line all the way across. If you struggle with eyeliner, definitely consider using a pen. The one I'm using is the Tattoo Studio by Maybelline. Just go ahead and connect it like that. I will always use a pen. It's just significantly easier.